Hello! Daredevil Series 1 is brilliant and should be watched by everyone as an example of how to make good media. Daredevil Series 2 is half good. Seriously, I could chop the series in two with the Jimmy Cleaver. The series is comprised of two storylines. One is about the Punisher, which I will be leaving alone as much as possible because it's worth seeing Series 2 of Daredevil just for that. The other storyline is about the Hand, which would be worth skipping over, if not for its connections with the Defenders, damn it. So, warning now, spoilers ahead for Daredevil Series 2. I have quite a few gripes with the Hand storyline. They mostly include ruining Daredevil's character by having him fall in love with a self-admitted murdering psychopath, and having him kill someone when he absolutely didn't need to. There's choreography issues like people not using their guns, and Elektra stabbing herself with someone else's weapon whilst they're holding it. I also have issues with the ninjas, from how they can't be detected by Daredevil, to the way they impossibly appear, to whatever the bloody hell is going on here. Seriously, I'm half expecting them to start Naruto running. But the absolute pinnacle of bad in this series is what happens at the end of episode 10 and the start of episode 11. This is going to take some setting up, so bear with. Daredevil is helping fight the Hand, a mysterious cult organization that has been operating for centuries and is so secret no one knows about them. Keep that in mind. During a mission, it's discovered the Hand are using ninjas as their foot soldiers. Ninjas that are so stealthy, even Daredevil has trouble detecting them.
I can't get a read on these guys, there's no sound. There's no heartbeat, there's nothing.
They're trying to hide themselves. Track the weapons. They have swords.
Yeah, swords I can hear.
Keep that in mind as well. As part of his investigation, Daredevil finds a bunch of people being drained of their blood in some kind of cultish ritual practice. He informs the police and tells them to take these half-dead victims to hospital, but in secret, to avoid them being kidnapped by the Hand again. The victims are taken to hospital and are placed in a currently unused part of the building where no one goes, along with no records of them being filed. All good so far. So, how do you imagine a super secret organisation that employs super stealthy ninjas would re-kidnap these victims? Personally, I would send in someone undercover, kind of like Jessica Jones did previous to Daredevil Series 2. They could wander around, find the victims, and call in the ninjas for a pinpoint extraction without anyone knowing, except maybe Daredevil. We would not know anything was wrong until the ninjas did something like this.
No!
This could even be the stinger for the end of episode 10 leading into episode 11. As a twist, the show reveals the victims are brainwashed and want to go back with the ninjas. It's a nice surprise, one that could be utilised quite well, revealed in conjunction with the surprise ninja incursion. Daredevil can still be waiting around on the roof, only alerted when someone dies, popping in just in time to save the day. This would allow for a fight and for the brainwashed victims to be carried off during the confusion. Not too complicated, leaves plenty to the imagination regards ninja movements, and leaves only one body behind to show anyone was even there. Not bad, if I do say so myself. So how does the show do it? What on this blue-green earth is that? These ninjas turn up with what I can only describe as hookshot bazookas and stand around on the ground outside the hospital to fire them. After making enough noise to alert everyone in the hospital to their presence, the ninjas climb the side of the building. This looks ridiculous. Foggy, Matt's friend, is shown going to the window to see what the racket is after being alerted by all the noise the grappling hooks were making. I doubt he's the only person in the hospital doing this. He, and probably quite a few other people, would then watch as these idiots climb up the side of the building. How has this organisation gone undetected for centuries? After alerting everyone to their presence twice, the ninjas use glass cutters to open windows and get inside the building. Two things. 1. Why bother? Everyone knows you're here, just smash and go. This is even more preferable considering they drop their cutters along with the glass. Might as well just smash the whole window at that point. 2. Why do you think this is a good idea? Being secret and undetectable ninjas working for a secret and undetected centuries-old organisation probably means you want as little evidence of your existence being left behind as possible. If we're going on the assumption that these half-wits haven't been detected yet, leaving neatly cut holes in a bunch of windows will probably tip a lot of people off that this was a professional job and not a bunch of nobodies. Black Panther got this right.
You can go. Bro, why you ain't just shoot him right here?
Because it's better to leave the crime scene more spread out. Makes us look like amateurs.
But this is only the start of the stupid. Daredevil is on the roof when the grappling hooks are shot up. Why is he not unhooking them and dropping the ninjas to their deaths? Even if they start grabbing onto things to stop falling down, Daredevil could still get a few of them, reducing the threat significantly. It would also leave behind a lot more evidence of the ninjas being there. But not only does he not do anything about the hooks, it takes him so long to get from the roof, down the stairs, and to the victims that the ninjas have climbed the building, cut their way in, run around inside looking for the victims, found the victims, and killed 3 people before Daredevil gets there. Did he stop for coffee or something? So the ninjas kill 3 people, or at least I think they do? After the alarm has been set off... Oh wait, the alarm went off. I'm assuming it's a fire alarm, but why would it make the lights flicker? Whatever alarm it is, it goes off, but it's nothing to do with the ninjas. They aren't even in the building at this point. They haven't even touched the glass. I can only presume it was the brainwashed victims who set the alarm off. I don't know why they would do this, considering it tells everyone something is up and it brings more people into the situation that otherwise wouldn't have been there. Anyway, after the alarm goes off and the victims reveal they are brainwashed, Claire, Daredevil's nurse friend, gets another nurse and 2 security guards to help. That's 3 people who wouldn't have been there if you had just waited, you idiots. Then ninjas appear. This is so badly done, it looks like they just teleported in. These 4 people were staring in that direction and saw nothing until they were this far down the corridor. Worse, 3 ninjas appear in the rear, and we the audience could see they bloody well didn't not teleport in. Then the guards disappear for a second, only to reappear next to the ninjas, allowing them to be meleeed. What is going on? Thinking about it, how did the ninjas know to come here, specifically? There was nothing to tell them that this was where they needed to come to. Anyway, after the guards are killed? Knocked out? Dispatched? This is where the ninja kills the nurse. He then takes far too long to kill Claire, allowing Daredevil to finish his coffee before jumping in to save her and start a fight. Whilst this is happening, something stupid happens. Something else stupid happens. The 3 that teleported in behind Claire earlier haven't done anything yet. It's like someone forgot to give them acting directions. One of them eventually walks up and waves the victims out the room. Why did you 3 not help fight Daredevil? Sod martial arts skills, just bundle the horny bastard. At the end of episode 10, we see 3 grappling hooks hanging outside the victim's window. These must have belonged to the slowest ninjas ever, because only one ninja enters through that window, and that's in episode 11, after the fighting has started. Were you off getting coffee with Daredevil or something? Are the other 2 still finishing theirs? He barely gets into the room before being bonked right out of it by Claire. This then allows Claire to be grabbed and thrown out of that same window, forcing Daredevil to save her. That is the only reason that ninja took so long to get there. The only one. Talk about seeing the hand of the writer. Right, are you ready for the cherry on the top of this terrible tart? The ninjas carry the victims away in various degrees of efficiency. Daredevil follows and uses his super senses to track them down. As Daredevil catches up to them, this ninja hits this pipe. Daredevil cringes back for a second, and then... no bloody way. Daredevil can hear things from miles away. He can hear heartbeats from across a room, footfalls from down the other end of a busy street, smell people from 3 floors down. A half-dead, blood-drained victim 10 feet away is not going to be hard to track, and yet they need to be gone for the episode, so they're gone now. Let's review. Way too many ninjas walk up to the hospital building and fire grappling hooks onto the roof in a cacophony of metal on brick. They then walk up the side of the hospital whilst the residents watch from their windows. The ninjas cut holes in the windows to get in, leaving irremovable evidence of their being there, whilst also smashing said glass, making even more noise. The victims the ninjas are after raise the alarm, alerting people to danger, requiring the ninjas to kill more witnesses than there otherwise would have been, leaving more evidence behind. The ninjas teleport into the corridor outside the victim's room after somehow knowing where to go, or possibly by sheer luck happening upon it. The guards disappear for a second, then reappear just to be beaten up. A nurse dies instantly, only for the same ninja to take ages to try to kill a named character. Claire is saved by Daredevil who, having heard the grappling hooks earlier, got stuck trying to feed $1 trillion bill into a vending machine before coming to stop the ninjas. Some of the slowest ninjas in the world, after watching Daredevil fight their mates for a bit, finally cajole the victims up onto the roof to make their escape. The actual slowest ninja in the world tries to climb in a window after everyone else did 5 minutes earlier, only to be killed, leaving yet more evidence behind. Because they took so long, Daredevil, who had jumped out a window and fallen several stories, catches up to them, only for them to pop out of existence and get away. This is supposed to be a super secret organization unknown to history, but if this is how they do things, how doesn't everyone know about them? Worse, all of this is so badly done, I came up with something better in no time at all, and I'm an idiot. Somebody wrote this, somebody filmed this, and someone said this was fine. Bloody hell. When people say Daredevil is some of the best television they have ever seen, I really hope they don't mean Series 2. Or if they do, I hope they mean the other half of it. If not, a lot of people need to clean the rose tint off their glasses. Like I said, the rest of the series is pretty flipping good and I highly suggest watching it. Just try and bear with the rest of it, or laugh at it like I did. I hope you enjoyed my picking apart this terrible, terrible series of events. If so, please like, share, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. If you fancy it, my Patreon and Etsy store links will be in the description. Last but not least, thank you for watching.